Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Alright, today we're going to look at the BRAVA RA series knob set. It also does come in a lever set as well, but let's just look at the knob set. Alright, so part number on this one here is RA3030SS, SS meaning stainless steel. It also does come in a polished brass, a polished stainless, and I believe an antique like bronze color as well. This one here is suitable for 60 to 70mm back set. That's from the edge of the door to the center of the hole, and that is adjustable. So 60 to 70mm standard. There is a latch as well you can buy, which makes it 127mm. So if this was your door here and you have a big hole about here, it's from the edge of the door to the center of the hole. That's your back set. So this is 60 to 70, so it's adjustable. Door thickness between 35 to 45mm. That's pretty standard. There's not many doors under 35, and most doors don't kind of go over 45 for residential grade. Right, so we'll just have a quick look at the box. So this particular model here is privacy. You can get it in entrance, classroom, all the ones you will want, storeroom. So this is just an example of what the knob is and how it goes together, what's in the box, things like that. Alright, if it was an entrance lock, it would have keys. If it's a storeroom or any other function, it would have keys. But this one is privacy, so of course it doesn't have keys. Here's your striker box. This goes behind this part here. This is actually stainless steel, so it's the thickest one that's kind of made for knob sets. So it's a strong stainless steel. That gets carved in on the frame side, and it goes on like that. A lot of the time it's not necessary, but if you want to do a perfect job, you can install the strike box, and that's the way it looks. And then you just peel off the protective coating, put your screws in, and you're good to go. The latch itself, now it was adjustable, so let's do that. So that's in the 60 configuration. That's from the edge of the door here to the center of the hole here. Moving it now to the 70, you just grab it, you pull it across. Now it's in the 70 position. So there is some numbers here which are imperial, but we just in Australia use 60 to 70. Okay, 60, 70. This is a privacy function, which means the latch does not dead latch. So this latch right here can always be pushed down. So let's say in the event of, I don't know, a broken lock or something along those lines, you can actually shim this latch open. Because it's for low security, it's for a bathroom, there's no real need to have that as a dead latch. A lot of the other latches, when it's in the striker, this goes solid so that you can't use a bit of credit card or plastic or anything to shim it open. With this one you can, because it's for privacy. Designed for bedrooms and bathrooms and things like that. So that's the latch it is right there. As standard, it comes in a 60 to 70mm configuration, but we do have a latch that's 127mm, but the only difference is it would be dead latching. But it does come in the same satin chrome finish. Alright, so here we have the lock itself, just looking over it. Now this is what they call commercial grade. You've got commercial grade, then residential grade. This is commercial grade, so this is something you could use on an office toilet, and it would stand up to a lot of use. So on the front here you have a little turn, so when you turn that, the lock is locked or unlocked. So you could turn it, locked, unlocked, that's from the front. From the inside you have your switch, so you could turn that, that's locked, that's unlocked. If you have somebody inside the bathroom and they've turned it, and all of a sudden there's an emergency, somebody slipped over it or anything like that, you could go from the front just with a key or a coin and unlock it. That's the point of the privacy function, to be able to unlock it from the front in the event of emergency. The other function is as well, is that if somebody comes up to the doorknob and somebody's inside, they want to know that the door is locked. So it's locked to the point of saying, yes, I'm locked, but it's not locked to the point of if ever there's a trouble you can't get in there. So that's the whole idea behind it. So at the moment it's locked, and you could just turn something from the front and bang, you're unlocked. Very similar to the way a lot of toilets work. So you could use this on a toilet, a meeting room door, anywhere that you'd like. A lock where you don't require a key, but you do require, if somebody was to come up with their hand and try it, they know it's locked. Alright, there's a little tag on the inside, and see instructions for removal. So basically that is this little hole right here has to be aligned with this mechanism right here. Let me just pop that out so I can show you. So to take the knob off, there's a little tiny hole in there. You have to use a tool to push through and then push the knob off. That will most likely be included in with there. There it is. That's that black tool, which is right there. That's how you get the knob off to access the screws. So what I did is I pushed it in, I pushed the little key in, it's called a little key. It's a little bit of metal that moves out of the way when you push it in. It's spring loaded, and that allows you to get the knob off. So once you get the knob off like so, now we can get this, what they call an outer rose off. Let's just do that. Probably should have got a couple of little tools. So normally just a flat little screwdriver will get that off. Okay. Alright, looking over it, you've got two indents right here, and they will correspond, and there's one there. So on this side you'll have one, and then on that side you'll have two. For reference, well, you can't put it on, well, I guess you could put it on a different way. There's always somebody who works it out to put it on a different way. Alright, there's our holes there. So that little key I was talking about is that little part right there. So when we're putting this back on, we need to make sure that that hole is in the right spot so that it can be removed again. So there's the little key to remove the knob. We put that back on, and you can see that little indent and that little notch taken out there. That would be the correct position. On the other side here, we have two little notches and two little indents. So if we were to push that back on like that, we would know that that would be corresponding. Alright, while I've got it in pieces here, let's just go over this. Tiebolts are one of the easiest type locks to fit. I recommend them for a lot of people, handyman and things, because it's just easier for them to fit. So you've got your 52 to 54 mil hole in the door. You would install your latch, and then from your latch, the lock would come in like this. Now remember, with this latch, it can go this way, it can go this way. You put it in the way that suits the door. So let's say, for example, the door is an open outwards door. Okay, so the door opens out this way, right? And the latch would come and hit the striker plate like this. So it's got that ramp and then go in. Okay, so it's designed to be slammed, so it can automatically slam and go click into the striker plate. This is a 60-70 mil adjustable, so depending on what, from that center to the edge of the door is your back set, 60 or 70. Alright, let's get back to fitting. So you've got 54 mil hole in your door, you fitted your latch. Your latch is at the right back set. If not, you've moved it backwards and forwards. It's at 60 at the moment, so let's say 60 where you're at, most likely, because it's standard. You come in from the front and you put it through the two towers and the square drive like so. Okay, you don't have to do anything with the front of the knob. Then you come along with this part right here, and normally what I do is I put that little push in to the outer edge there. Okay, just like that over the top, and as you can see, it locks in. These female parts go over these male parts like so. Once you've done that, you've got two screws there. They're the biggest screws in the bag, two screws, and then we put our plate on the top, remembering to line up the single notch on that side and then the double two notches on that side. Once we put that on, I'll just put my tag back in there. Once we put that back on like so, you just push it over the top, you hear it sort of clip in. Done. Now we put our knob back on. You'll see a little rectangle right there. We're going to aim that for the drop-in key that retains the knob. You hear it click. Okay, give it a good pull and you're locked in. So that's how to fit it. Oh, sorry, and two screws from the outside for the strike. And then of course for the latch, two screws for the latch, and then of course two screws on your striker plate. So you've got two screws on your striker plate, two screws on your latch, and two screws to the lock body. 6 screws in total, fairly easy. Now this comes in different configurations. If it's an entrance set, you'll get 2 keys, but this is the design, this is the shape, and this is what we're looking at. Your latch is standard. The only thing different, well, the only thing is the knob here. So I'm just going to give you a bit of idea on how far this protrudes. I've got about 3 inches there. If you want to talk millimeters, as we all do in Australia, you're looking at about 75, I would say. As far as left to right here on how much of this base plate sort of footprint you would be getting, let me measure it this way. I'd be saying about 75 as well. So take note that it does have a 75 mil projection forward, which means that if you've got a screen door or something in front, you don't want your screen door to be hitting your lock. A lot of doors these days have front doors and then screen doors mounted this far away. So that's something to take into account if you're installing a new lock. Do you have enough room between your front door and your screen door? So nothing worse than fitting a lock and then trying to close your screen door, it doesn't close. So I would recommend this lock for commercial or residential, although it is BRAVA Metro, which is commercial. I would still recommend it for residential as well. Reason being, it's strong, it only costs a couple of dollars more and you get a lot more sort of bang for your buck. You know, it's a good quality, strong lock. Easy to fit and reliable. When you talk to any locksmith, they'll generally sell you carbine or BRAVA. Reason being is it's strong, it's reliable, and it's at a reasonable price compared with some of the other locks out there, which are like same quality but branded differently and 2 or 3 times the price. So this is a sort of quality that any sort of locksmith could give you warranty on, and also install it at a reasonable price. As far as the finish, stainless steel finish lasts the longest. If you go for some of the other finishes like brass, that doesn't last as long. Polished stainless steel is pretty good, that lasts, and antique bronze, that can sort of fade in after a few years. So if you want long lasting, you know, do it once and never have to look at it again, probably just go for the stainless steel. Stainless steel is mainly always in stock because it's the most used, most popular. I believe they're even coming out in black, matte black too, if you've got matte black. But yeah, that's the BRAVA RA series. There is also the carbine series, which make virtually the same type of locks. We'll go over them separately. So this is just for the BRAVA RA knob sets, and this example is a privacy. So you've got passage, which has just handles, or you've got dummy, which is just one knob you would put on a cupboard. You've got entrance, which has a switch on the back and a key. You've got storeroom, which has always free from the inside, no switch, but has a key on the outside that only pulls the latch back. And then you have classroom, which has no knob on the inside, just a knob, always free to exit, and a key on the outside that only locks when you put the key in and turn it and unlock it. And then you have other functions like glass door, where you've got key on both sides, and things like that. That's just a few. The whole range will be in the link in the description down below. Alright, so that's our look at the don't forget the instruction. So that's the RA series completed. That's just looking over that. I'll use this video to explain all the other RA locks, BRAVA Metro RA series locks, because it's all the same type of knob set. The only thing different is the function. So link is down in the description below, and thanks for watching.